Hello LEGO fans, Bricks Unbound here with another LEGO DC superhero set review. Today we're looking at set number 76000, Arctic Batman vs. Mr. Freeze, Aquaman on Ice. And that kind of makes it sound like it's a part battle set, part musical, which is a little odd for the naming. But it looks like a fun set, comes with 198 pieces, and when it came out in January of 2013, it retailed for $20 in the United States. Let's take a closer look. There are two main builds in this set. We have a little freeze cage thing that Aquaman is currently in after Mr. Freeze has captured him, and Batman is coming to his rescue in a variation of the Bat Boat. We've had lots of Bat Boats over the years, so let's take a look at this one. Of course, uses the same black and yellow color scheme as all of basically all the rest of Batman's vehicles. I do think it looks nice though, very sleek and fast looking, especially with this giant exhaust in the back. Has a nice fin that seems to be required for all Batman vehicles. Several stickers are included on this set. We've got one up front here, which is some kind of targeting computer, looks pretty nice. And then these over here, these are arrows kind of pointing the way for a play feature. And to activate this play feature, you push down on this Technic mechanism. Come on, stand up. There we go. And now, you knock him down. I actually hit him, how about that? So it fires off these discs, which are made out of these two pieces. And what's interesting about this is this set came out before LEGO created the piece that is just a disc shooter piece that would just use the top part of this. So they had to create their own design for one, which is interesting. They use one of these rubber pieces here, so that can be flexed about, but it holds it in place. When you push this forward, that gets bent out of the way and fires it right off. So it works really well. And honestly, it's kind of like they didn't really even need that other piece, although it is kind of nice to just use one piece to shoot off a disc instead of having to build it up out of that many and take up more space. Another weapon on here are these little like mines that you can break off the back and float along in the water if you want. You can also launch them just by pushing down on them and they'll pop off. Nowhere to hold weapons though in this, which is a little unfortunate. There's another sticker here on the side. So you really have to just kind of toss in the batarangs for Batman in the cockpit with him. The cockpit has a nice steering wheel. There's a couple of very good stickers to give it a nice feeling. Batman can sit down in there, however his cape is of course the older material that was still being used in 2013, so it will get really badly bent up if you sit him down with it, so you have to take the cape off of him to fit him in without risking damage. But yeah, I like the look of this boat. Really captures the Batman feel. And here is the cage with Aquaman in it. So he looks kind of cold, shivering in there. But Batman comes along and he can free him. So we have these two tiles here. Hit down there and boom, it flies open. So good job, Batman, you've rescued him. Aquaman can pick up his trident and they can defeat Mr. Freeze. Let's move on to the minifigures. The three figures in the set are, from left to right, Arctic, Batman, Aquaman, and Mr. Freeze. So for many people, this was the reason to get the set, these three minifigures. This was the first time Aquaman had appeared in a set. Arctic Batman was exclusive to this set, and Mr. Freeze in this variation was exclusive to this set. So three very nice figures at a $20 price point. That's real hard to beat, even without counting in any vehicles. And I would say all three of these figures are quite excellent. I really like the white color scheme on Batman. It's very different from any other variation of him, really, so it's great to get a new kind of Batman, at least it was when this set came out. Aquaman, getting him in minifigure form for the first time was huge for this set, and the Mr. Freeze also looks cool. I especially like how they built up his gun. Let's go ahead and take off some of these accessories and headgears and see what they look like. With all of their armor and accessories removed, here is a closer look at their front printing. Mr. Freeze has a lot of detail that was hidden underneath his big old armor piece, so that looks great. Good face prints in all of them. Batman still has his workout headband on, as he always has and probably always will. From the back, you can see Batman and Aquaman both get alternate faces. And nice detailing on the back again for Aquaman and Mr. Freeze. Let's move on to my final thoughts for the set. For my final thoughts on this set, when this set came out, it was a huge deal to get Aquaman in minifigure form, and really he's only come in one set since then as of the time of the recording of this video. So it's a great way to get that character, as well as two other excellent variations of Batman and Mr. Freeze. So the minifigures alone probably make it worth that $20 price point in my opinion. But then the Bat boat itself is also a really nice build. I wasn't really expecting it to be as good as it was. Has pretty basic techniques, but I think the overall look is quite nice. Especially with how sleek it looks and the giant exhaust in the back. Just makes it look like it's going to go really fast and be a lot of fun for kids to play around with. So I would recommend getting the set even now. It has been retired, so it's going to cost you a little bit more than the $20. I think I got this one for about $25, so you can still get it for a relatively reasonable price, and I feel it's definitely worth the investment. Let me know what you think about the set in the comments down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe.